Hi, I'm Jeneé Osterheldt, Boston Globe culture columnist and resident troublemaker. Today we are here at my safe space, Vanity Loft, where I get my hair done and where I go to just feel good. We're here because this weekend, Hair Love by Matthew Cherry might win an Oscar. It's just a short 6-minute film that is based on a book and celebrates Black hair. We're at this interesting intersection where we're seeing Black hair be celebrated, but we're also seeing the Crown Act get passed in state after state after state to protect Black hair and combat hair discrimination.
The Crown Act is now law in California.
And today we're going to talk about what that means to Black women and stylists who do Black hair. You know, Black women are almost 3.5 times more likely to be penalized or had it brought to their attention that their look is not professional, and it's largely due to our hair. Do you remember a time in corporate America where someone has said something about your hair or tried to pet it or touch it? Or
there's a little bit of sometimes, especially with people you're not as familiar with, an appetite just to touch it and just to grab and squeeze and I guess get familiar with the texture. I guess maybe that isn't something that you know. One, it feels really unprofessional, but also a little bit of an invasion of just really my right to kind of exist in style and have my hair as the way I want it. Their curiosity supersedes it a little bit.
You know, Hair Love, I really hope it gets this Oscar and it's celebrating Black hair, but then we still have girls getting suspended at school. We still have boys getting their hair chopped off before wrestling matches.
I think that it's understood, again, what hair represents for us and the pride and power that it does give us, which is why before a wrestling match, it would be, okay, let's cut your hair. It is to dehumanize you. That's exactly what that was meant to do.
And you have the book Hair Love, and you've seen the film, and you have twins. So why is this storyline important to you?
One, I got the book because my daughters, they wear their hair natural. They understand that if they were to straighten their hair, it's just another style. They're not straightening their hair because they are being teased or they want to be accepted or they think that their hair is not okay. So something like Hair Love, it's really important because it's who they are. It's who we are. Most women my age, I have them come in and for the first time since I'm talking 3-4 years old, they're sharing with me they don't know what their natural texture looks like.
For a long time, I used to straighten my hair so I could look more like my mom and sister because they're white. I didn't want to be more of an outcast in the family. And so then I got to where I was defiant. Like, I'm only wearing my hair curly, I'm only wearing it big and natural, and only recently have I gotten to, this is just a style. I think about that and I think about how people respond to me when my hair looks different ways. And it's like really hard to, even as grown women, think about the fact that we need the Crown Act. Like, we need the Crown Act. We need federal legislation to combat hair discrimination, specifically as it pertains to us as Black women. Like, what do you think about that?
I think about natural hair textures and wanting to wear your hair as it naturally is, right? And to need protection to do that, may it be a corporate environment or whatnot, to go to high school, to graduate, right? There's a lot of work when it comes to being forced to wear weaves, to perm. Like, it's very invasive, and if that's not the decision you choose for your hair, right, you shouldn't have to feel pressured to have to fit into that mold. And it's a struggle, and it's a journey that many other ethnicities don't really have to face. But yeah, it's crazy, right? Just something to protect your ability to wear your hair naturally as it is, to not have to modify it, to not have to change it, to be able to move forward in your career, to be able to get what you've worked for. It's insane.
The response that we usually get when it's in its natural state, we know it's usually not a positive one. Yeah. It's one, like you said, where you're a spectacle, where it's how long did that take, where it's is that yours. It's all of these things that are said where other people that naturally wear their hair the way it grows out of their head, they don't get that kind of response.
With our children, we're teaching them like you're not letting your daughters press their hair because you're going to show them that they should love it, and you're at no point have talked negatively about them, or you should do this in order to get that job or do that. You know, I can't tell you the amount of clients that sit in my chair and just always wear their hair natural, always. And when it comes to the job interview, they get a press.
Yes. So true.
And that to me is mind-boggling.
So true.
This is why these things are very important. Yeah. Conversation is healing, and we need to talk about that.
Ayanna Pressley is one of the original legislators on the Crown Act. from the Senegalese twist to now, like, she's coming forth with her alopecia story and her beautiful bald head, and like what that means for us to see her live in her truth.
It's kind of, okay, yeah, that's my hair, and my hair is a big piece of me, but my hair exists because of me. She's powerful, she does her work, and she can show up the way she is. It's okay for her to show up that way. It is a transition with people going natural. To me, it's not going natural, it's returning, because we've always been.
Well, and we are reflections of each other. So I think sometimes it's hard for us to see each other hurting and like not loving ourselves. And it's like you liberate yourself from all of those things when you, as you said, when you return to self and like just embrace your naturalness.
It's really empowering to feel less self-conscious about, well, I don't know if I can go into work tomorrow because my hair is different the day before. So for me, when it comes to all of that, it's taking back ownership and control and being more empowered to just exist as I choose to.
Knowing that we're that versatile, knowing that our hair defies gravity. I can't feel anything else but pride for it.
This is another story to tell. Like, this is the way I'm talking to you today. Really, it's the way I'm talking to me. Here's my love language to myself that you can enjoy. And it's like, that's where I'm at with it now.